Now that I know who the real Agent Argylle is, don't worry, I'm not letting the cat out of the bag. My name is Ren, and this is my review of Argylle. Welcome back, film family. Thank you for joining me to discuss the latest Matthew Vaughn spy caper, a film that even before release has already taken the internet by storm. On the plots of reclusive author Elly Conway's fictional espionage novels, she is plunged into a covert world where the line between her fiction and her reality begin to blur. And I don't really know what the world is expecting from Argylle. Truth be told, I wasn't sure what to expect of Argylle myself. I'm a big fan of Matthew Vaughn and action movies, so I knew this movie would tick some boxes for me. But as a heightened celebration of the spy genre and all its tropes, what has become so distinctly fascinating about Argylle is that it has crafted several layers of intrigue and mystery onto itself. Not only do you have a story where an author is swept away into this fantastic world of espionage, but even in real life, the meta mystery behind the film is that Elly Conway does not exist. This is the author of the book, but she is not a real person. So the movie, even before release, thanks to some clever marketing, has already engaged with audiences in such unique ways and on so many different levels. Everyone, fans of the genre or not, are already tapped into the intrigue, wrapped in this web of conspiracy and mystery. Argylle the movie reflects exactly that. On the surface, this is a stylish send-up of the spy genre and all its tropes. And it's clear this is a genre that Matthew Vaughn loves and is intuitive about. So all the archetypes, all the typical beats, they're here, but they all have this refreshing twist and angle to them. You could feel the energy in the room shift whenever one of these twists or surprises are revealed. And it's not necessarily that they're the most unique that we've never seen before. It's the way they're set up and paid off through the story, interweaving this layer of espionage and an author that is writing a book that turns out to be happening in real time. And then you have this mystery of the real book. And it's just such a fun experience that I can very well see being rewarding on rewatches. And not only is Argylle bombastic and absurd, and it has all the stylistic qualities Matthew Vaughn brings to the table, it has a new edge to it because it feels more personal. It's one hell of an ambitious spy fantasy about the stories, the characters that shape us, and the way we see the world. And you can not only see a little bit of Elly Conway, Bryce Dallas Howard's character, in every character around her, you can see a little bit of Matthew Vaughn in each character if you're familiar with his work. You can feel the refining of the genre stories he has told before, and how it all feels like it builds to this. It's a film that moves and happens more on feeling and instinct rather than logic, and that's what I appreciated so much about it, because that's the way it works on all its different layers. And once more, he assembles one hell of a star-studded ensemble where everyone just has these different unique quirks to them. Even if they're not on screen for long, you remember who that person is, you remember the character, you remember what they do, and there's just something very distinct about them. From Henry Cavill's ridiculous haircut to John Cena's Hawaiian shirt, Dua Lipa's golden dress, and Sam Rockwell kicking all the freaking ass. This dude is amazing. He continues to be such an underrated actor, even after winning an Oscar, but he can do it all. He can be a badass, he can be a believable action star, he can be vulnerable on screen, he can dance, but that is nothing compared to Bryce Dallas Howard in this film. I've always liked Bryce Dallas Howard. She has such a natural, empathetic quality to her. She's clearly proved herself a great director. This is the performance of her career. With Argylle, Bryce Dallas Howard shows everyone just how much of a superstar she is, with absolutely superb work from every facet of her character. Her emotions, her vulnerability, her anxiety, her fears, her joy, her sadness, her despair, her kickassery later in the film. You believe her every step of the way. You're with her every step of the way. And she pours her soul into this film. I know it sounds ridiculous, but once you see it, just sensational work all around. As sensational as is the choreography. We always know, as much as Matthew Vaughn can miss on story, and the CGI is wonky here and there, the action sequences are absolute standouts. Matthew Vaughn just has such a unique visual flair to the way he captures action, the energy he brings to screen, and in this entire film, every single member of this cast meets him there. They embrace the ridiculousness, they embrace the heightened reality. They also embrace the clever ways in which he touches up the genre that makes it all so enjoyable. Again, from the action to the characters, the humor is wonderful. I thought this movie was rated R. It actually is PG-13, and they take full advantage of that one F bomb. They make it all worth it. Like I said, some of the CGI is a bit wonky, and there are a few balancing acts between the Elly Conway story and the Argylle story that I don't think the movie pulls off so well. A big indicator of these issues is the runtime. Argylle runs at 2 hours 20 minutes, and that first stretch is so incredibly slow before the surprises, the reveals, the engagement with the audience starts snapping into gear. It just needed to move a little bit faster. There was just another polish, another rewrite to make it all flow seamlessly better until we get to the set pieces, to the needle drops, to the dynamic between characters that, again, just works on several levels. You have Henry Cavill and John Cena. You have Bryce Dallas Howard and Sam Rockwell. So you have all these pairings, all these interesting stars, all these interesting characters, and this interesting world with interesting layers. And so far, surprise of the year for me. I know, we're still early, but Argylle is much better than I ever expected. It's not just a film that ticks off my boxes for my tastes, it's a film that actually elevates the genre, adds more intrigue to it, and builds this interesting world with these interesting, unique layers to it. But before I dive into my final thoughts on Argylle, it's time for you to start the conversation about it in the comments below. Who do you think Elly Conway is? Have you read the book? Are you going to read it before watching the film? Anything and everything down there. And if you're enjoying this review, want to see more like it, there's many more like it right up here. And of course, if you want to talk more movies and TV with me, this is the place to be. Consider clicking that subscribe button and you won't miss any future conversations on your favorite movies and TV. Argylle is a clever and stylish blend of Vaughn's outlandish spy caper style and bizarre spectacle with sensational choreography and self-aware ridiculousness. Bryce Dallas Howard electrifies in her best role yet, and so many show-stealing moments in a film that is overall surprising, smart, and intuitive. I'm giving Argylle a B+. Thank you so much for watching, Film Family. Remember to start a conversation about Argylle, the book, the movie, in the comments below, and I'll be back very soon with more videos. So until the next one, love each other and love the movies.